hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Hey, hello everybody. What's up, Success Squad? Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Special K Thoughts. What's up, squaddies? How you guys doing tonight? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Don't you feel good? Don't you guys feel good? I feel good. How about you guys? How about you guys in the chat? And for those of you who are listening, how do you feel right now? Because damn it, I feel good. I am full and I am ready to go. Success Squad, the SS. How are you guys doing tonight? This lovely Friday night. I can't believe Christmas is almost here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like it was Thanksgiving yesterday, and now it's almost Christmas. Have you guys started your Christmas shopping yet? Because me, Special K Thoughts, I have it. And I just realized that today is December 9th. I thought today was still December 8th. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching our faves, you know, over and over and over again. It's like it's Groundhog Day for Special K Thoughts because of Has and Meg. The docu-series dropped yesterday. So it's like it's Groundhog Day for me. Okay, because I've been watching it. I'm not obsessed with it yet because we still have the second part, right? We still have volume 2, which I think is going to literally make certain people on Shutter Island heads explode. Okay? Because if they're having heart attacks over episodes 1 through 3, my God, they are literally going to stroke out. I believe when volume 2 comes out next Thursday. Episodes, what's that? 4, 5, and 6. Success Squad, how are you guys doing? Let me go ahead and look in the chat. Let me go ahead and start my channel spill here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. Tonight, we are doing our family chat, which we call Success Talk. And I would like to apologize because we didn't have a family chat last Friday. I had some things come up and I was just running too late. I should have put an announcement out, but to be honest, I was running late dealing with life. And next thing you know, I was asleep. So I want to apologize for that. But we're going to have fun tonight. We are, because we have a lot to cover. And I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts pertaining to which I'm sure everybody in the chat, which I'm sure everybody who's listening saw Harry and Meghan, their docuseries, which dropped yesterday. And my God, social media has been buzzing. Uh, People in TV land have been talking all about this. And I mean, I've seen some really good conversations about the docuseries that was dropped yesterday, episodes 1 through 3. I don't know about you guys, but I have seen some people who are expressing that they have changed their minds about Harry and Meghan. And I'm talking about people who didn't like them. Okay, I'm starting to see some engagement in social media on different social media platforms where people are saying, I didn't like them, but now I do. Or people are saying, I'm seeing a lot of people post, and I'm not just talking about Twitter, but I'm seeing on different social media platforms, people are saying, you know what? I had no idea that Megan basically had a life before she met Prince Harry. People are saying, I had no idea that Megan was a social activist. I had no idea that Megan had the TIG. I had no idea about Megan being an actress on Suits. I had no idea that Megan has been championing for women's rights since she was 11 years old. People are discovering who Megan, and I'm going to go ahead and say her maiden name. People are discovering, well, no, I take that back. I'm not going to say her maiden name. People are discovering what Megan, the feminist, was doing before she met Prince Harry. So that's why I'm so happy that they came out with this docu series. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. Tonight is Friday night. On Friday nights, we do our Success Family Chat, which is entitled Success Talk. So if this is the first time that you're joining us, welcome. If you are not a subscriber to this channel, I'm going to need you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. And a thumbs up as well. Subscribe. Thumbs up as well. All right, for those of you in the chat, I'm going to need you. You guys know the drill. I'm going to need you to do a thumbs up hand clap. Let me know what you're drinking, adult beverage wise. I want to see people dancing. I want to see flowers in the chat. I want to see roses. I want to see people declare their love for Haz and Megs, Harry and Meghan in the chat. Success Squad. We are a global squad. We are an international squad. We are wide on all sides of the globe. And one thing that I am discovering is that a lot of people on Shutter Island appear to have no clue that Netflix is global. All right, welcome everybody. I do want to go ahead and get started because we do have a lot to cover. I always say this that I do not want to keep you guys late, but I'm probably going to end up keeping you guys late. But tonight we're going to primarily focus on the docuseries that dropped yesterday, last night, in the morning, whenever. Um, you guys know there's no shame in my game. I live in South Carolina. Um, so the docuseries dropped at 3 o'clock in the morning for me. Um, was I up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching the docuseries? No, I wasn't. No. Special K Thoughts was getting her sleep on because I knew I had to be at work. But like I've already previously stated, I have watched the docu-series and I've watched it twice. But I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch episodes 1 through 3 again because I feel like I've missed some things or maybe I've misinterpreted some things. So, I'm going to watch it again probably tomorrow night. Sorry about that. It's my phone. Um all right. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to thank all of the subscribers. I want to thank all of the channel members. I appreciate you guys' support. And I just want to thank everybody who is in the Success Squad. Okay. We are ride or die, aren't we? Oh, I heard that we had made Sky News. Did you guys hear that? I had heard that we had made Sky News. And the guy was talking about Harry and Meghan supporters and of course the detractors. But he specifically mentioned Success Squad and said how we are ride or die. So I thought that was awesome. But there's no way in the world I'm going to show anything from Sky News. No way, no sir, no ma'am. Absolutely not. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me see if I can get back into the swing of things here. See, first line. Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to fix that background though. So hold on a second. Let's see here. All right. Oh, my stuff is not working right. That sucks. Well, maybe it will later on. Okay. All right. First slide. As you guys see, Sexist Talk. We are talking about Harry and Meghan's Docu series, Volume 1, episodes 1 through 3. Now, before we get started, I'm pretty sure everybody who is listening has watched the Docu series, right? I just want to make sure that everybody has watched the Docu series. All right. Oh, my thing. Oh gosh, did my computer freeze up? Oh my God. I am back. I am so sorry. My computer like literally crashed. But I'm back. I am so sorry, squatties. I know you guys were like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? I am so sorry. It wasn't that I didn't have any sound, it's that my computer straight crashed. Jeez. All right, I'm back. I'm going to have to get all my slides back. Give me, let's see, hold on. It shouldn't take me that long. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I know you guys were like, what the hell? Special K thoughts? Really? Oh my goodness, that was so stressful just now. All right. All right, squatties. Thank you guys for sticking around. I am so sorry about that. Those of you in the chat and those of you who are listening, thank you for waiting for me to come back. My computer straight crashed, but I'm back. So let's get this party started. All right, like I was saying earlier, we're mainly going to focus on the docuseries that dropped yesterday. Like I said, there's no shame in my game. I live in South Carolina, right? So the docuseries started at 3 a.m. Did I stay up till 3 a.m. to watch the docuseries? Hell no. I went to bed. But later on that day, I ended up watching the docuseries, and I've watched it a couple of times, and I probably will watch it a couple of more times, episode 1 through 3, just in case I've missed anything. Before I get started, Miss Susie Q, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, girl. You are a consistent supporter, and we really appreciate it. We do, we do, we do. Um, Nubian Queen, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. And Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate it here at Megan Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. Your guys' donations go right back into the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But like I was saying, I watched the docuseries. I'm pretty sure those of you in the chat and those of you who are listening have watched the docuseries as well. So while I'm talking, I want you guys to leave in the comments um what did you think about the docuseries? Okay. For me, it was I knew it was going to be great, but it was better than great. Okay. Um if that makes any sense. I it really What I loved about the docuseries was the fact that it really showcased the love that Harry and Meghan have for each other, right? So it makes so much sense why those two are always on the same page and they're in constant lock and step with each other. Okay. Those two are ride or die for each other. You know how we, the Success Squad, are ride or die for Harry and Meghan? Harry and Meghan are ride and die for each other. They really are. I mean, he will do anything for her, which he has. He's sacrificed a lot for her, just like she's sacrificed a lot for him. But I love the way that this director, I believe her name is Liz Garbus, is presenting their love story. Okay, I love it. I think this docu series is top notch. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So there you go, Harry and Meghan. And I love the fact that there's no titles in this title. Simply Harry and Meghan, right? Simply Harry and Meghan. Marvell Walker, thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to the title of this docuseries. One thing about Harry and Meghan, those two are very intentional. Okay? That title, Harry and Meghan, that's a very intentional and purposeful title. Think about archetypes. As ever, I'm Meghan. Archetypes with Meghan. All right. Now, many of us have seen this, right? A lot of us have seen this picture. A lot of us know that Meghan is a fun girl. She likes to have fun. She likes to make fun of herself, but she's a fun girl, right? Meghan, the feminist, Meghan, the activist, she is a fun girl. Okay. So, Meghan and Harry, they drop little tidbits about their love story that we were not aware of. Maybe some of you in the Success Squad were aware of this, but I was not aware of this. I was always underneath the impression that, that they met at some get together with other people around and this, that, and the other, right? That some friend hooked them up together, which I think a friend did, get them together. But Harry's introduction to Meghan, the first time he met Meghan, was on Instagram. Instagram. And this is the picture that he saw of her. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? First of all, were you guys surprised that Harry has an Instagram page? That Harry had an Instagram page? Right? Harry had an Instagram page. He probably still does. I wouldn't be surprised if Harry still has an Instagram page. And he probably be looking at the Sexy Squad and be laughing out loud at some of the things that we be saying, right? I mean, he might not like some of the things that we be saying about his grandmother, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway. So Harry and Meghan let us know in this docu-series that I guess there was a mutual friend that wanted to introduce them. Okay. Let me take this back a little bit. This is what I loved about this docu-series, right? I love the way that it detailed Meghan's pre-life before she met Prince Harry. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It detailed that Meghan was doing her own thing. She was a single woman. She was a successful single woman that was an actress, that was paying her own damn bills. She was newly single. She was an activist. Okay, she was starting to hit the world stage with her social activism, right? She was recognized by the UN, right? She was already doing social activism in Africa, Rwanda, clean water, right? She was already traveling the world doing social causes. And I love the way they detailed that. But they even took it further than that. They went all the way back to when she was a little girl and they talked about the Dawn liquid soap commercial. Now, many of us were already well aware of that, right? But I'm telling you guys, there are so many people who were not aware of that. I'm seeing it in the engagement on social media. How there are hundreds of people who are saying, I had no idea that Meghan had a life before Prince Harry, right? But there are a lot of people who are saying, I had no idea. I did not know. I didn't. I heard that she was an actress, but I did not know that she was a grown woman out here in these streets doing grown woman things when it comes to social activism. I did not know when she was a little girl that she changed the Dawn liquid soap commercial, that she was a feminist already. I did not know that. I did not know how smart she was as a kid growing up. I did not know that she was a nerd as a kid growing up. Okay? That's one of the things that I loved about this docuseries because it's an introduction to the global world who was clueless about Meghan, the feminist, pre Prince Harry. So this docuseries started off with a bang. Okay. And I loved that. But right here, Prince Harry, this was his introduction to Meghan. Meghan having fun. Meghan being a fun girl. And he saw with this that she was beautiful and he wanted to get to know her. Okay. So a lot of you guys have probably seen these pictures, but I'm going to go ahead and showcase them anyway because I just love these pictures. It showcases their love story. It showcases and and presents, these two are really in love. They love each other and they have a lot of fun together. That's what I love about these pictures. They have a lot of fun together. They're in sync. They have a lot in common. And that's what they were saying the attraction was, right? That they realized that they had a lot in common when it came to uh, fighting for social injustice and being active in social causes. They both said that even though we come from two totally different worlds, we still had a lot in common. And that's what really drew us together, right? And I just love these pictures. I love that they let us see these pictures. It's so cute. Look at that. So cute. Look at Prince Harry, right? Prince Harry, he got style. Okay? And I don't know if Megan influenced this look right here, but my boy got some style, okay? Look at the shades, look at the hat. Cool daddy right there. Some more pictures. I don't know if Megan plays the guitar. Does Megan play the guitar? I don't know. Maybe she does. I mean, she's very talented. So maybe this is one of her hobbies. I'm not too sure. But the picture on the left, I love that picture because it pisses so many of them hating hyenas off. I mean, I love that picture on the left. Look at this picture right here. Okay. Think about it. Think about it, Success Squad. And think about it for those of you who are listening. Think about it. This picture right here, Archie and Lilybet, this is what they wake up to in the morning. Right here. This is what Archie and Lilybet wake up to every morning is their parents in their faces looking just like this. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But back to talking about this docuseries. So, like I was saying, I love the way that, they really detail Meghan's life pre Prince Harry. Meghan was doing some big things. And they could have, showcased more. Okay, because Meghan had her hand in so many different pots, right? She was on Suits. She was traveling the world. She was doing social causes. She was an activist. She was being recognized by the UN. What else was Megan doing? She was doing a lot, right? She had the TIG. Um, she was writing different columns for different magazines. Um, let's see, what else was Megan doing? Help me out in the chat. But she was doing a lot. She had a life. She was doing her thing, right? She was on the verge, in my opinion, of becoming internationally, globally known on her own. Okay, to me, she was right on the cusp of that. Okay, but she was doing big things. She was meeting world leaders. Pre Prince Harry, she already knew and was engaging. Already knew um Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, became friends with his wife, right? Um, she was rubbing shoulders with world leaders. She was already. I wish they would have showcased that. I didn't see it. Maybe I missed it. But she was already involved with One Young World, right? So she was doing big things already, pre Prince Harry, which we all know. But I'm telling you, that's why this docu series is so important. Okay, because Netflix is global. Okay, it's not just about the United States. It's not just about the United Kingdom. No, 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 no. Netflix is global. Did you guys hear about this docuseries? The ratings in regard to this docuseries? 2.4 million people have watched this already. My God. My God. 2.4 million people have watched this docuseries already. It beat The Crown's ratings. Okay? It beat The Crown's ratings. Yes, yes, I'm looking in the chat. Somebody said she met Barack Obama. Let me highlight that. Yes, she did. She met Barack Obama. Absolutely. Okay, she was on Larry King Live, right? A few times. One time she was on there, talking about suits. Another time she was on there just as Megan the Feminist, chit chatting with Larry King about feminism. Okay. I remember watching um Megan on the Beer Mar show. I can't stand that asshole, but she was on that show, right? Holding her own, debating. So, like I was saying, I really honestly believe that at that time, she was on the cusp of becoming more globally, internationally known in regards to her activism. There you go. Thank you, squatties. There you go. A lot, right? She did a lot pre Prince Harry. USO show for soldiers. How many times was Megan in Afghanistan? Twice, right? I think twice she went over there doing big things. She was on Rachel Ray, right? How many times was Megan on the Today Show? That's why I can't stand Savannah Guthrie's stank ass. Okay, because Megan was on the Today Show quite a few times, sitting right next to Savannah Guthrie, uh, Hoda. I almost called her Coda. Hoda. There's pictures of Megan with Hoda. Okay, and they act like they don't really know who she is. Man, fuck them bitches. They really get on my last nerve with the way they act. Not so much Hoda, but Savannah. Ooh, Savannah gets on my nerves, y'all. Ooh, she gets on my nerves. I can't stand her. But anyway. So the docu series. Back to the docu series. So I love the way it started out, showcasing Megan's life pre Prince Harry, and of course they showcase Prince Harry's life before he met Megan. And a lot of us grew up with Prince Harry. So a lot of the stuff that they showcased about Prince Harry, many of us were aware of, right? We're aware of uh, that. I got sad when they talked about Princess Diana. Um, it just kind of makes me sad because it's like, man, what if she was here today? Right? What if Princess Diana was here today? But she's not. So, I'm pretty sure I not pretty sure. I know that she's looking over Harry and Meghan and her grandkids. So There you go. But one thing found interesting about what Prince Harry was saying um, in regards to the paparazzi while he was growing up. Did you guys see the video of when it was Prince Harry, um, William, and their cousins? They were skiing and they all had to like march like little puppets one behind each other, and they had to like pose, take pictures, and I think it was Eugenie who fell in the snow or something. Did you guys see that scene? And they were asking William questions, and he was being the diplomat and answering the questions. I was like, that is horrible. That is horrible. Like those kids can't even ski without having to take pictures and do interviews. That it's like that's like child abuse to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um so back to the docuseries. Well, we are talking about the docuseries. So that part, I was just like, And Princess Diana being the mama bear that she was, right? Princess Diana, when they were all sitting there eating, and Princess Diana is like, no, 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 no. You guys are not going to harass us like that because we already done given you guys photos. We already done given you guys an interview. Now you guys are harassing us while my children are trying to eat. I mean, Princess Diana was Princess Diana pulled no punches, right? Princess Diana was never scared when it came to the paparazzi. But again, I love the way that they detailed Meghan's life pre Prince Harry because that was an introduction to millions of people globally. 2.4 million people have watched this docu series. 2.4 million people and counting have watched or they are watching this docu series. That's why the British gutter press are literally killing themselves trying to discredit this docuseries because they know they cannot control this narrative anymore, especially when it comes to Meghan. All right. Okay. I see your comments in the chat. Um, keep them coming. I'll try to read them as I'm talking. That's why I need a side chick. I need a co-host. But so the docuseries, right? Let's go to the next slide. Many of us were well aware that Meghan knew Eugenie before she even met Prince Harry. Now, when you think about that, the stars were already aligned for Harry and Meghan to meet and get married and have kids. Okay. There was nothing that was going to stop that union. Nothing. Meghan was already friends with Eugenie. Okay, they were already friends. But Meghan has talked about this Halloween party before. But I thought these pictures were cool. I did. I did. And the reason why I wanted to highlight these pictures is because, I know that we can't stand the royal family and we hate all of them. But at the end of the day, we do. We hate them all, right? Hate is a strong word, but damn it, I hate them all. Okay? I hate them all. But when it comes to Eugenie, There's something about Eugenie that Megan is drawn to, and they've been friends for years now. And it's obvious that she is Prince Harry's favorite cousin. So I'm not necessarily saying I'm giving Eugenie a pass or anything, but I guess in a way I kind of am, because that is a strong friendship. So just thought I'd put that out there. So I loved these pictures. It's obvious that they were having a lot of fun in the docuseries. They said, right, in the docuseries, they were saying that they were trying to keep their relationship a secret for however as long as they could, right? However, as long as they could, they wanted to keep their relationship a secret because they really wanted to take the time to get to know each other. Okay. And somebody from KP, Jason Knopf, the bitch, Jason Knopf, he let them know that the story was going to break, that they were in a relationship. So they were just like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and have fun. Right? Let's go out, let's have fun, because we all know the shit is going to hit the fan tomorrow once the news is released that we are dating. All right. So I love those pictures. Again, you can tell Megan is a fun girl. And if you look at the picture on the right, look at Prince Harry. And then Megan and Eugenie on the left. I guess Eugenie is a fun girl. I don't know. I mean, I would think if you're hanging out with Megan and Harry, you got to be a fun person, right? I don't see how you could be dull hanging around Harry and Megan. I don't see it. All right, next slide. Okay, we're going to talk about this because this right here is important, right? This is important right here. This picture right here it's important. Okay, it's important. Woo! Girl. Girl. This picture right here is important, y'all. It's important. Okay? So, in the docuseries, the Botswana trip, I have to admit, I wasn't really kind of believing that Harry and Meghan actually stayed in a tent that week. But damn it, those two actually stayed in a tent that week. I was like, woo! Right? And Megan brought up some really good points. Right? She said, I mean, yeah, he's Prince Harry, and we've had a couple of good dates, but she was like, I don't really know him that well. What if we don't get along? See? That's why this docu series is so important. Another good point. Remember the big brouhaha when Megan said that she did not Google Prince Harry during the Oprah Winfrey interview? And for whatever reason, a lot of people didn't believe her. I mean, I believed her because I really honestly was like, why would she Google Prince Harry? Like, who doesn't know about Prince Harry? But anyway, well, she said, I got to know him through his Instagram pictures. And I saw all of the beautiful pictures from Africa. I saw the trips that he had been taking to Africa, and I saw his social activism through his pictures, is what basically drew her to him. Again, that's why this docu-series is so important. That's why I'm so happy that they did it. Netflix is global. 2.4 million people have already seen this docu-series. That's why that trash ass British press has always been gunning and talking so negatively about the Netflix deal, because they know that they cannot control the narrative. All right. Another thing before we get to this very important picture right here. They done brought up Jason Knopf quite a few times during this docuseries. Okay? These first 3 episodes, they've mentioned him a couple of times. They even showed his ugly ass face. Watch that space. Watch that space. Okay? Watch that space. All right. This picture right here. All right. This picture is Megan, of course, and her niece. Her niece, Ashley. Ashley Hale. And her mom, or her deadbeat mom, is Samantha Grant. Or is it Samantha Markle? Grant, Markle. There's another last name that Scammy goes by. Hale, right? Let's see. Samantha Markle, Samantha Grant, Samantha Hale. There's another one. I think it starts with an R. If you know that one, let me know. Okay, so Scammy was going by Markle, she was going by Hale, she was going by Grant, and there's a fourth last name that she was going by. As a matter of fact, I don't even think her real first name is Samantha. Right? That chick is a con artist, dude. Dude, she's a fraud. I don't think Samantha's first name is even Samantha, right? Anybody know her first name in the chat? Because you guys are so knowledgeable. Knowledgeable. Okay. See, look. Wow. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. See? Samantha's first name is not even Samantha. It's Yvonne. Thank you. And I thought there was another last name. Rasmussen? Rasmussen. I think she was married to somebody with the last name Rasmussen, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So Yvonne, Samantha, Markle, Grant, Rasmussen, Hale, aka deadbeat mom fraud, con artist, scammer. Back to this picture. Megan, this beautiful young lady right here, Ashley Hale. Now, I was aware of Ashley Hale and I was aware of her brother. Okay. Megan has posted pictures of Ashley um, on Twitter. She did it on the TIG. So I was aware of Ashley. And I always wondered if Ashley was at the wedding. Okay. I always wondered about that. I figured that she was there and they just didn't want to advertise it. Okay. This picture right here. Now, that was a bomb that was dropped. Okay. That was a bomb. Point blank, period. And the press, even the American press, isn't really focusing on this story right here as much as they should. Now, the American press, I kind of see why, because to be honest, the American press wasn't really um, showcasing or giving Samantha Markle interviews the same way the British press and the Australian press is. Okay. I mean, every once in a while you would see Yvonne or Yvonne Markle, on like Inside Edition or something like that. But as far as actually being like on a news program or anything like that, she doesn't get that type of press out here in the United States. So in a way, I kind of see why the press in the United States isn't really focusing too much on this story. But I think as time goes on, the American press will eventually. I get why the British press and the Australian press aren't really focused too much on this story because they know that it makes them look like they have no problems giving deadbeat moms and child abusers a platform. Okay. So I see why they're not really focused too much on this story. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because 2.4 million people and counting watched this story. And I guarantee you that those 2.4 million people who aren't royal rodent reporters, I guarantee you their mouths dropped when this young lady came on the screen and said who she was and told her story. Okay. Those of you in the chat, those of you who are listening, were you surprised about this? I know I was. I I literally sat back on the couch. I was like, "Whoa." And sat back on the couch. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Ashley, oh my gosh. Like what is she going to say?" Right? What is she going to say? And boy, she told it, didn't she? Didn't she tell it? Didn't she tell it? I see some of you in the chat are saying, yes, you were very surprised. Weren't you surprised, Beverly? I was surprised. Vicky, were you surprised? Whoo, Jesus. I said, here we go. Here we go with the bombs. The little bombs, right? Just little bombs, but this was a big one right here. This was a big one because it's starting, not it's starting, but this story right here, my God, it rips a gigantic hole and sets on fire the narrative that Megan dissed her family and that she kicked the Markles to the curb. It sets that narrative on fire. It blows it up. So before I get into that, this young lady, Ashley Hale, she is a criminal. Wait, I want to make sure I say this right. Is she a criminal defense attorney? Or was she? Let me pull her up real quick because I want to give her flowers. I know she's an attorney. Right. Is she a criminal defense attorney? Let me look in the chat because I know you guys know. There you go. I knew I was wrong. I knew she's an attorney, but I didn't think she was a criminal defense attorney. Thank you. She is an immigration lawyer. Okay. So obviously she's smart, right? Not only is she pretty, but she's very smart. So Ashley Hale, and she does have a brother. Okay. Comes on the screen. She says that she is Megan's niece, maternal niece, and that Yvonne, Samantha, Markle, Grant, Hale, Rasmussen is her mother. Okay. She goes on to say that Yvonne, Markle, Grant, Samantha just basically, scum bucket fraud, um, didn't raise her. That her grandparents raised her. And they raised her from the age of 2. Let me repeat that again. They raised her from the age of 2. You guys know because you guys saw the docuseries. Again, my mouth dropped to the floor. 2 years old. Samantha Markle did not raise her daughter or her son, her oldest daughter or her oldest son. This young lady right here was in the care and custody of her grandparents at the age of 2 And she goes on to say that she sees her grandparents as her parents. They're her parents. They're not her grandparents, they're her parents. And she goes on to refer to Scammy as her biological mother. And then she eventually calls her Samantha. Okay. Beautiful immigration attorney right here. Okay. Then she goes on to say that she reconnected with Scammy. I think she said in 2007. And she said when news broke out that her auntie Megan was dating Prince Harry, that Scammy basically was saying some really mean things about Megan. And she said that I'm generalizing here now. She goes on to basically insinuate that um it just got worse and worse and worse. That Scammy just was just getting worse and worse and worse with her negative views about Megan. And she said it just came to the point to where like they don't talk no more. She was like, you can't reason with people. So they don't even talk no more. That's my understanding. Okay. So Megan let it be known that, her sperm donor let her know that Scammy found her daughter. Now, let me say that again. Sperm donor let Megan know that Samantha found her daughter. What kind of bullshit is that? What you mean you found your daughter? I don't know how old Ashley was at that time, but it's like, what? What you mean you found your daughter? Huh? But anyway, Megan's like, oh, cool. She wanted to get in touch with her. She got her email address, and Megan immediately gets in contact with her. And, at the end of the day, they end up building this relationship, right? They become close auntie niece relationship, right? But it was more like a sister relationship. It is a sister relationship, in my opinion. Okay. And I howled. I howled and I cackled when Megan said, I always wanted a sister. I howled and I cackled. Okay. Because we all know what Megan meant, right? She's like, I always wanted a sister. But anyway, back to Ashley. Okay. So Ashley goes on to say, right, that I think she was invited to the wedding. I'm not too sure if she had been invited yet, but she knew that Harry and Meghan were going to get married. And she goes on to tell the story about how, Meghan called her. And it was Meghan and actually Harry called her and, told her that because Meghan was not inviting Scammy to the wedding, that they were given the advice that it wouldn't look good if the sister's daughter came to the wedding and not the sister, right? Now, when I heard that, my mouth dropped, right? But then I became so upset and I became so furious because who advised Megan that it was not a good idea for Ashley to come to the wedding? Who gave that advice? Who gave that advice? That bitch ass Jason Knopf. Okay? That bitch ass Jason Knopf. Okay? Again, Docuseries, episodes 1 through 3. Harry and Meghan, they are intentional and they are purposeful. They have mentioned Jason Knopf a few times. He is their communications director, whatever. Okay. I love the way that they have like the what would you call those things? Not billboards, but like how I have slides. I love the way how they're showing that Harry and Meghan, Will and Kate, they were sharing comms, right? Their communications. Well, let me rephrase that. They had the same communications people. Okay. And I love the way they highlight that in this docu-series. They got a picture of Will and Kate. They got a picture of them airheads, right? And they got Harry and Meghan, who were both at Kingston Palace. And they were sharing the same communications secretary. Okay. Again, Harry and Meghan, they're very purposeful and they're very intentional. There's a reason why they are bringing up Jason Knopf throughout this docuseries. Okay? Because they want the global world to see and be able to connect the dots. Okay, that's why I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for volume 2. All right? Again, I know I keep on repeating myself, but again, they are laying down the foundation and the infrastructure when it comes to who was doing what, who was giving advice, who was leaking. All right? Watch that space. Watch that space. All right. So, Ashley Hale, Megan's niece, Scammy's daughter. That was a bomb right here. That was a bomb. Now, when I started thinking about this, initially I was like, oh, okay. I see why Scammy can't stand Megan. It's because Megan has a close relationship with her daughter. They're like sisters. Okay. So Scammy can't stand Megan because she knew good and well that Megan was going to invite Ashley to her wedding and not her. That's a part of it. Okay. But trust me, I think Scammy has hated Megan the day that she was conceived. I do. I think that Scammy has always been jealous of Megan and she's always hated her little half sister. I do. I think Scammy has no love for Megan, and I don't think I don't even think she likes Megan. I think her jealousy and envy is that deep and it's that strong and it's that rooted in her that I really honestly feel like she would participate in harm coming to Megan. I do. I do. I think that's how jacked up Scammy is. Um and I mean, look at her. What I'm saying is not that far fetched. right? Look how she is as a mother. Look at her documented history as a mother. You have this beautiful young lady right here, a grown woman who has a brother, Scammy's son, okay? Who said her mother dumped her at the age of 2. The age of 2, dumped her. She was raised by her paternal grandparents. How about Scammy's youngest child? What's her name? Noelle? She said with her whole chest that her mother abused her. Her mother physically abused her. Her mother spit on her. You guys heard what I said. I don't speak no other languages. You heard what I said. Look it up if you don't believe me. She did an interview with the Daily Film. Her and her grandmother, Scammy's mom. Even Scammy's mama says she evil. Okay, so I would not be surprised if Scammy would participate in bringing harm to Megan. I think she wants Megan to be harmed. I do. If you will harm your own child, then of course you would harm your own half sister. Again, I don't speak no other languages. Look it up. Noelle. Noelle. I think her last name is Rasmussen, right? Scammy Samantha Markle. I'm saying her whole freaking name. Samantha Markle was indicated for child abuse in the state of New Mexico. You can go online and read the court papers. And that British trash ass press, along with the American press, did not do no type of research on Scammy before they put her on any of their platforms. None. Zilch. Zero. Nada. Nothing. They just took what Scammy Samantha Markle had to say about Megan, hook, line, and sinker. They believed everything she had to say. Why? Because Samantha Markle is white. That's why. They're like, Megan's got this white upon white sister who's in a freaking wheelchair. And I still don't believe she's got MS. I just don't. Why would I? She abused her youngest child. Why would I? And if she has MS, that's just karma coming right back at her. Okay. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Back to what I'm saying. Back to what I'm saying. The British trash ass press, including some American press, did no investigation on Scammy. None. They let her go on national TV and trash Megan. And they didn't investigate nothing about her. They took everything she had to say because it was negative. They wanted that negative narrative out there about Megan. All they did was uplift and enhance a child abuser's profile. That's all they did. A child abuser's profile and who's a deadbeat mom who hasn't succeeded in a damn thing. Now I'm going to go in on Samantha Markle. You got some people say, oh, don't waste your time on her. God damn it, I'm wasting my time on her. Because she's been trashing Megan for years. Her and that trash ass woman abuser, drunk ass brother of hers. We would never hear from these people if Megan had just married the garbage man. We would never hear from these people if Megan had married an attorney. We would never hear from these people if Megan had married a fellow actor. They wouldn't have shit to say. They're only saying stuff about Megan because of who she married. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This was a big bomb right here. Okay? This was a big bomb right here. And God bless this young lady. I don't know how old she is. Her and Megan, they do look like sisters now. They they look like sisters. But you could tell she was hurt about the wedding thing. Um and it appears that her and Megan, are still close, and they've worked it out. But you could tell that she was still hurt about that situation. But I think it goes deeper than that, though. I think it goes deeper than that. I don't know this young lady, and I'm definitely not going to act like I do and over analyze this situation. But I just felt that her not being able to go to the wedding, um, because of her mom, it was there was more to that, right? It was more to that. It's like, damn, you abandoned me when I was 2 years old. I have this really close relationship with my aunt, who I feel is more like my sister, and you're responsible for me not being able to go to my sister's wedding. But anyway, this right here, th- this was a bomb, and I think as time goes on, um, there will be more focus on this. And Scammy, she's got they. I don't think they've resolved that lawsuit yet, right? Didn't Scammy suing Megan? Talk about didn't Scammy say that she helped raise Megan, right? Didn't Scammy say she helped raise Megan? That she used to help Megan do her homework? Really? You raised Megan, helped Megan do her homework, but yet you got 3 kids that you didn't raise? Really? Okay, Yvonne. Okay. Yeah, right. Dang, really? Oh, I'm reading the comments. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. So Miss Lydia says the court date is October 2023. She was trying to depose Prince Harry and Oprah. Scammy, depose your daughter that you didn't raise. Pose, I'm sorry, depose your daughter that you didn't raise, Scammy. Okay? Depose that. Depose your son that you didn't raise. But you know what? Why is the judge taking so long on this court hearing, though? Like, this court hearing should be done. Like, the judge should have made his decision already, in my opinion. All right. I was so happy when I saw this queen come up on the screen. I really honestly didn't think that she was going to do it. I didn't. I mean, she's been quiet all these years. I figured that she would just remain in silent dignity, but she didn't. And she specifically said that she's been silent for 5 years and she's ready to talk. She's ready to tell her story. So I was so happy to see her. And, obviously she was ready. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of Queen Doria in episodes 4, 5, and 6, volume 2. Okay. But, Queen Doria let it be known how she's had to deal with a lot of drama, right? She let it be known. And I love the way that they highlighted that. I love the way that they showed the different articles of how the paparazzi has been following her and taking pictures of her and making it seem like that she lived on Skid Row and when she was just on her way to work. I love how she talked about that. And she talked about that in detail. Um, I loved how she talked about the time where she was driving in her car and somebody from the paparazzi actually pulled up next to her. It's like, really? Wow. She dealt with a lot. And, a lot of us in the Success Squad family already knew because it got so bad to the point to where she actually stayed at Oprah's house. That's how bad it got for her. Okay. Um, I loved it. I got giddy when she talked about Megan telling her that she was dating Prince Harry, right? She was saying that Megan was whispering it, right? Like, guess what? You know, I got something to tell you. And Doria was saying that Megan got her to the point to where she was whispering. She was like, what? What are you gonna tell me? And she was like, I'm dating Prince Harry. And she's like, you're dating Prince Harry. I thought that was so funny. And I love her for sharing that story with us, right? Because she didn't have to. Um, but Queen Doria, right? She's been through a lot as well. She's been harassed, she's been stalked. There was a time where she had to leave her own home and go stay with Oprah. She's been called derogatory names. She's been called ghetto. She's been called a dreadlock. What do they refer to her as? A dreadlock. I don't know if they called her a gang member, but they've had some really nasty things to say about her. And this is somebody who stayed quiet, who didn't say nothing, didn't give no interviews, nothing for 5 years, and they were still targeting her, saying that she spent time in prison, saying that she didn't raise her daughter. That's why this docuseries is so important. Queen Doria let it be known that Megan lived with her Monday through Friday, and she stayed with that sperm donor on the weekends. She didn't stutter. She speaks English. She doesn't speak any other languages. She let it be known that she's always been there for her daughter. She said it was a close family. It was her mom, and her sister, and Megan. Megan was with Doria Monday through Friday, and she was with the sperm donor on the weekends. But the sperm donor has told everybody and their great grandmother that he raised Megan, that there was a period of time where he raised Megan. And Queen Doria basically let us know that that's not true. That they co parented. Yes, they co parented, but Megan was primarily with her. That's why this docuseries is so important, and that's why I'm glad that she spoke out. They've been dragging her. They've been dragging her for years, and she stayed silent. Silent dignity. But I'm glad that she decided to speak out and let us know what really happened, right? So I was happy that she talked about that. She talked about what she went through. I was happy how she talked about, the first time that she met Harry. She said that he was tall and he was handsome. And I loved how she talked about, which she gave us insight about the racism. She gave us insight about the racism. And she admitted, she said, and I'm generalizing because I need to see it again because I want to write down word for word what she said. But she said that she had wished that she had talked to Megan and had that conversation with Megan about the race issue. Okay. She humbled herself. Okay. Queen Doria was like, no, 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 no. I'm gonna break it down for you. This is about race. Right? Did she say Megan called her and Queen Doria was like, no, this is about race. This is about racism. Okay. Yes, all the other royal women have gone through scrutiny, but girlfriend, your situation is different. This is about racism. And she said she wished she looking back on it, she wished that she had had that talk with Megan. Queen Doria, glad to see her. Glad to hear um what she went through, which a lot of us knew what she went through, but she went through it. She went through it and she did not sell her daughter down the river the way Sperm Donor did. And what did Queen Doria say? She said, "You don't do that to your child." She's like, "You don't do that to your child." And she shook her head in disgust. Like, no, 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 you don't do that to your child. Okay. Now, I've been on different social media forums and I really haven't seen too much pushback on Queen Doria. Maybe some of you have in the chat or some of you who are listening, but I really honestly haven't. Um, I'm pretty sure later on there's going to be more press gunning for her because she's finally come out, and spoken publicly. Because my God, they were gunning for her when she was silent, right? Saying that she was in prison and she didn't really raise Megan and just the horrible articles and headlines saying that she was on Skid Row and all that stuff. This Queen Doria is a licensed social worker. You can't have a criminal history and be a licensed social worker. But anyway, I'm glad she spoke. I'm glad she spoke out, and I'm glad that you were able to connect the dots when it comes to Queen Doria, right? Connect the dots. She was getting harassed way before Harry and Meghan got married. Okay, and it kills me. It kills me when you see the drunk woman abuser Thomas Markle Jr. complain and saying, "We never had no help. We never had no help. The paparazzi invaded our lives, and we just didn't get no help. And Megan didn't help us." And da, 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 da. The same thing happened to her mother. The same thing happened to Megan's mother. Her life was disrupted, turned upside down. She got brutal racist headlines written about her, articles written about her, pictures taken from the by the paparazzi when she's just walking her dogs. She had to leave her home, but she didn't give no interviews. She didn't sell Megan down the river. She didn't sell Megan out. Thomas Markle Jr. talk about we ain't getting no help. We ain't getting no help. My life was turned upside down. Your life was turned upside down because you're a drunken woman abuser. That's why your life was turned upside down. Okay? I bet you Thomas Markle Jr. didn't even really know who Ashley was. I bet you he didn't even really know who she was. I'm serious. I bet you he had no idea who she was. But anyway, Queen Doria, back to positivity here. Queen Doria. I hope we see her some more. I do. I hope we see her some more. And I'm pretty sure we will. Okay. I'm pretty sure she will. Whatever comes out of Queen Doria's mouth is going to be nothing but facts and truth. Okay. Nothing but facts and truth. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that Queen Doria is around her grandkids all the time. I love the fact that she has a very, very close relationship with her daughter, and she's got a very, very close relationship with Harry. And I hope that Queen Doria has more peace in her life now. I do. I do. I hope she's got more peace in her life. Um, what's the next line? Okay, we'll go back. Um, Megan, she did speak about sperm donor. I was wondering how she was going to handle that, right? How she was going to how they were going to address that, right? Because I mean, it's obvious they were, right? And you know, as as much trash that sperm donor has spoken about his daughter, she didn't go in on him, and she never has, and she never will. But I thought it was very telling because I never noticed this myself, and that's why again I love this docu series. But she pointed out some very important facts. Okay, because I always thought it was odd that sperm donor would never tell her what hospital he was in, right? And I thought the text message exchanges were weird. Anybody else in the chat felt that way? I always felt that they were off because, like Megan said, you had a heart attack. You don't call me, but you on the phone talking to TMZ. Bleep. Right? I mean, we all knew that. But again, Netflix, global audience, 2.4 million people and counting watching this docu series. Dad, you had a heart attack. You don't call me, but you on the phone with TMZ. Dad, I'm texting you. And they show the text messages, right? They're showing the text messages that she sends him, right? He's not answering. He's not answering nothing. The text messages, Dad, what hospital are you at? Dad, what hospital are you at? Dad, I'm worried about you. Dad, where are you? What hospital are you at? Dad, we will send you a car. Dad, 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 dad. Dead silence. But TMZ knows what hospital he's at. He's on the phone with TMZ. Bloop. Again, Netflix, global audience, 2.4 million people are watching this, people. 2.4 million people are watching this Success Squad. 2.4 million people globally. It's not just about the United States, it's not just about the UK. Okay. 2.4 million people are watching this, which includes a lot of the haters, right? But the haters know deep down inside that that is factual. They know deep down inside that's factual. That sperm donor supposedly had a heart attack, but he was on the phone with TMZ. Didn't tell his own daughter. Wasn't answering her text messages. And then bam, he sends a text message, that says all kinds of crazy stuff in it. And like Megan pointed out, he's never referred to me as Megan. She said he always calls me Megs. So therefore, we don't believe that he was sending those text messages. So I thought that part was very important. I did. I thought that part was very, very important because I do believe that somebody had his phone. And I think the person that had his phone was who's the blonde headed white female reporter from the Daily Fail that moved in next door. That not moved in, but moved next door to sperm donor. Who is that chick? I think her name was Caroline something, right? I think she was at the hospital with him, and I think it was her that was sending those text messages to Meghan and Harry. That's what I think. Excuse me. That's what I think. Okay. So the whole sperm donor drama thing, um, it's very interesting. I don't want to spend too much time on him, but let me tell you something. When it comes to sperm donor, Megan has seen that before. Oh, thank you. Man May, thank you so much. Yes. Carolyn Graham. I think she was the one that was sending those text messages. I do. I think she was the one that was sending those text messages. But like back to what I was saying. Megan has seen that version of sperm donor before. She has. When it comes to money, she has seen that version of sperm donor before because they've had fallen outs before. If you go on YouTube, there's a video of Megan with one of her friends. Well, the young lady that used to be her friend, but I don't think they're friends anymore. I think that lady sold Megan down the river too, sold Megan out too. But Megan and her friend are driving all throughout Beverly Hills, right? And Megan's talking about how she's going to go on an audition, and Megan mentions in that video back at the crib that that she's not talking to her father right now. So, like I was saying, Megan has seen that version of sperm donor before, just not on that level. Okay, just not on that level. All right. All right. So, next slide. Isn't that a cute picture? That is such a cute picture. Okay, that's little Archie. And, bless Megan and Harry. Bless them for letting us see their children because they didn't have to do that. But again, it's about them controlling what they want the public to see when it comes to their children. And God bless them for that. Those are their kids, right? Archie and a little bit are their kids. So, they shared um, some pictures of those cute kids and cute family moments. And Archie is so cute, isn't he? Isn't he so cute? Now, a lot of people think that Archie looks like Harry, but I think Archie looks like Megan. What do you guys think in the chat? I think he looks more like Megan, right? Look at that. That's Megan. That's Megan holding Megan. That's Megan. That's Mama Megan holding toddler Megan. But I love this picture. Archie, his hair looks a little thickums, right? It looks a little thickums, and he looks like he may have auburn hair, which is awesome. But yeah, his hair looks a little thickums. But Prince Harry doesn't really have straight hair, right? His hair is a little, you know, it's a little thick, but or bushy. Is that the right word? Oh, I don't know, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's not straight, right? It's got some texture to it. But okay, I see some of you guys in the chat are agreeing with me, right? That Archie looks like Megan, but he looks like them both. But I see a lot of Megan in him. Um, but so cute. And let me see if I can pull this up. Um, some of the videos that they showed us, I was just like, oh, that is so cute. You know what I mean? The family moments and the family time. It's important when kids are that age. It's important to get that stuff on video or to take pictures because kids grow up so freaking fast, right? But let's see, can I pull this up? I think I can. Here's a video of Megan and Archie. Isn't that cute? Archie is a mama's boy. And he's been a mama's boy since he was a baby, right? I'll show it again just in case you guys missed it. That is so cute. And did you guys see the video of when he was even smaller and Megan was showing him the picture of Princess Diana? I think I got that one too. Let me see. Yep, I sure do. That is so cute. So cute. But yeah, I think Archie looks like Harry and Meghan, but I think he looks a little bit more like Meghan. Let's see. Isn't that precious? Prince Harry reading to Archie and Lilibet. Isn't that precious? That is so cute. Now Lilibet, from the side profile, now she may look more like Harry. Yeah, I think Lilibet may look more like Harry, but it's hard to say. Um, oh, Black Queen, thank you so much for the donation. Oh, thank you. We here at Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. But Prince Harry just being daddy, right? Being daddy, reading stories to his children. Um, Archie, back to Archie. He obviously has an American accent, and I love that for him. Right? He obviously has an American accent, and I love that for him. And we all know our niece is gonna have an American accent because she was born in America. I mean, she's American as apple pie, right? So to hear him talk, I thought that was awesome. Did you guys catch about he had dirt on his foot? Was he upset because he had dirt on his foot? Or was he just being a typical 3-year-old and didn't want to pay attention to the birds that his daddy was looking at? So he just wanted all the attention on himself. That's why he was like his foot is dirty and he's like, "Mama, you caused that." Well, he didn't say mama, but he was saying you caused that. I think he was pointing towards Megan. But I thought that was so cute. I thought he's being the typical toddler, the typical 3-year-old, right? I'm not really interested in what you're doing. I want all attention on me. My foot is dirty. So the docu series, right? Very important stuff was said, highlighted, presented in these first 3 episodes. Okay, some bombs were dropped. The biggest bomb was the niece. Okay, that was the biggest bomb, was the niece. Queen Doria made her debut. She talked about what she went through, right? Her life was turned upside down just like everybody else's life was turned upside down, but she did not sell her daughter out. And like she told Sperm Donor, you don't do that to your child. She's like, you don't do that to your child. She was disgusted, right? She was disgusted. Queen Doria, Megan, it's racism. It's racism, right? And I love the way she shared the story about when Megan told her that she was dating Prince Harry. They were whispering about it over the phone. Like Megan was like, "I'm dating Prince Harry," and Queen Doria was like, "Oh wow, really?" And then she's like, "Wait a minute, what am I whispering for?" I thought that was so cute. Okay, so the niece, Queen Doria, the docu series highlighted that Megan was living her life like it was golden before she met Prince Harry. I loved how they showcased the friends, right? The different friends. There were some friends that we had never seen before, which I thought was awesome. I loved how they talked about what she had to go through while she was still on Suits, the security issues that she had to deal with while she was on Suits. My God, they had to put up gates because the paparazzi was on her like that. They're knocking on her door. You know, it was the British tabloids. I don't think it was the American press that was doing that. You know, it was the British tabloids, right? You know, it was the British tabloids. They were knocking on neighbors' doors, putting up cameras. My God, they were putting up cameras. I mean, jeez, putting up cameras on the neighbors' houses looking for her. That's scary. It's like I forgot the lady's name, but I think she was a producer of Suits and a friend, right? She was a friend and a producer of Suits. She said that she was so scared that she really honestly thought that Megan was going to find somebody in her trailer. She said that's how bad it got. I mean, that's pretty bad. Like somebody was saying on Twitter, my somebody was saying on Twitter, shoot, NBC and Suits provided Megan more security than the royal family did. I mean, like that's like facts, right? That's like facts. And what else did they do in this docuseries, guys? What else? What else? What else? It was a lot the first 3 episodes. I love the way they talked about the Commonwealth. Woo! I love the way they talked about the Commonwealth. They broke that down, didn't they? They broke it down. I loved how they talked about that. I liked how they incorporated Brexit, right? People's feelings, the political atmosphere. I love how they broke that down when Megan first joined the royal family, what the political atmosphere was in the UK at the time. Brexit, no foreigners coming into the country. That was a lot of the sentiment in the political atmosphere at that time when Megan was joining the royal family. Um, I love how they showed the little black girls, right? They were so cute. I love listening to little kids. Doesn't matter the race or the ethnic background, but I love when they show little kids that have British accents. I love it. I love listening to little kids that have British accents. But the little black girls, cute, 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 right? I thought that was cute. They were saying how it was basically saying it was important that Megan was married into the family because it showed that I I can't remember exactly what the little girl said, but she basically was saying that the royal family was racist, right? Wasn't she kind of saying something like that? And it was good to see, you know, a black person married into the family. Um, what else did they cover? So they did the Commonwealth. Um, oh, because there's some pushback about that. The different racist statues and pictures that are in the different royal households. I have to go back and see exactly what that young lady said. I do not know how to say her name for the life of me, but I know that she's biracial. I know she's a political commentator. She's British. Her name starts with an A. Um, but she was talking about that, but I don't think that she was saying that that was within the royal households. I think she was just saying that that's part of royal like culture, right? But I got to go back and see exactly what she's saying because there's some pushback on that saying that that's not true, which we all know it's true because my God, when President Barack Obama visited Will, he had a racist um, picture hanging up on his wall. So anyway, again, again, they are trying so hard to discredit this documentary because they know that people globally are watching it. Okay. 2.4 million people and counting are watching this documentary. So they're going to do any and everything to discredit it. But it's not going to work. Um, for some reason, the UK thinks that they're still the great empire and they still think that they can rule everybody's mind and everybody's going to believe what they say, right? They think if they scream loud enough and they think if they continue to repeat the same old talking points and the same old lines and they think if they continue with the horrible horrific racist headlines on in these trash ass British tabloids, they think that eventually the whole world is going to fall in line and believe them, and that's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. All right, next slide. All right. So we still got volume 2 of Harry and Meghan docuseries, right? We still got part 2, episodes 4, 5, 6, right? Now remember what I was saying at the beginning of the podcast. If you hear growling, that's my little Yorkie. I don't know what his problem is, but if I don't put him in his crate by 8 o'clock, he goes full after 9. He goes crazy. He starts running around the house and just acting crazy. And then he falls asleep. So ignore him if you can hear him. But like I was saying, ooh, my throat's getting a little dry. Let me go ahead and take a drink real quick. But like I was saying, there's a reason why they've mentioned the communications team and Jason off. Okay. And we all know that the British press, royal correspondents, commentators. Oh, I gotta mention this, right? I don't know how to say her name. The young lady that was, what was she, president of Archwell? How do you say her name? The real pretty Persian lady. I think she was president of Archwell. Starts with an M. Did you guys see how she was just so distressed, not distressed, but just so confused, where she was like, "What is a royal reporter?" Did you guys see that? Mondana? Is it Mondana or Mandana? Did you guys see that? She was like, "What?" And she was so genuine, and she was so authentic with it. She was just like, "What? Like, what's a royal expert?" She's like, "Huh? What?" She was so innocent. She was like, "So anybody can be a royal expert?" She was there. You go, C Mac. There you go. She was like, "Huh? I'm confused. What exactly is a royal expert? Like, huh?" She was like, "So anybody can be a royal expert?" The way I cackled. I mean, that was a genuine moment. It really was, because she was just like so like confused. Like, really? Like, huh? And I was thinking to myself, girlfriend, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. You see it a lot on social media where people are like, what the hell is a royal expert? People are like, what the hell is a royal reporter? What is that? People are confused about that. You know what I'm saying? She's not the only one. But I just thought that was so funny because girlfriend was dead serious. And she was not being hateful. She was not being spiteful. She wasn't trying to be negative. She was just genuinely wondering what is a royal expert? Like what, huh? Like, huh? And then, Harry explained it to her. And that's another thing, the way he broke it down, right? The way he broke it down with the royal, not the royal press corps, and how he was saying they highlighted the different British papers that have royal correspondence, and how, excuse me, how the royal correspondents are the only quote unquote reporters that get first access and main access to royals and their events. I mean, he broke it down, and he was saying that if royals want good press, then they got to grant access. Prince Harry speaks English. He doesn't speak American English, but he speaks English. He don't speak no other languages. He doesn't speak any other languages. He broke it down. He's broken it down before. Okay. And we all know it's true. We all know it's true. Okay. But back to this slide, because it's getting late. Um, Jason Knopf. I know I keep on going back to him, but I just feel like it's going to explode in either episode 4, 5, or 6 when it comes to him. Okay. I just feel like they're gonna blow the shit up when it comes to Jason Knopf and them airheads in that comms team. Okay. All right. Jason Knopf, he gave the advice that Megan shouldn't invite her niece to the wedding. Something deep. There's something way more deeper than that. Something way more sinister behind that. Okay. Something way more sinister behind that. Who cares? Like, who cares if Megan invites her niece and not the niece's mother? Who cares? Right? Why would that be so bad? But anyway, Jason Knopf, watch that space. Now, I think one of the reasons why the British press, were so worried was because they thought that episodes 1 through 3 was going to be explosive, not only in regards to the royal family, but also with the press and the leaking. I think they really thought that Harry and Meghan were going to talk about the leaking. Well, they didn't do that this episode, right? These 3 episodes, they didn't do that. These 3 episodes were very mild. They were very tame. They dropped a couple of bombs, but not really, right? It was really focused more so on their love story, and it was focused on their lives before they met each other, and it was focused on their family life right now, right? They didn't talk bad about the royal family. Um, of course, the British hating hyenas. I'm talking about the British royal press, and then just Meghan haters overall. Who we like to call them derangers. I like to call them hating hyenas. Okay. Of course they're nitpicking stuff, and they're focusing in on the curtsy thing, right? Um, which is a bunch of bullocks. She was making fun of herself. It's obvious, right? Um, so they're focusing on that, saying that Meg was being disrespectful. No, she was making fun of herself. Um, but I think the British press was really worried about Meghan and Harry exposing the leaking, right? That's what I think that they thought Meghan and Harry were going to talk about. Well, like I said, they didn't. These episodes were pretty tame. Okay. But episodes 4, 5, and 6, I think episodes 4, 5, and 6, I think they're gonna blow the roof off when it comes to the leaking. And that's why they're bringing up Jason Knopf. Okay. Me personally, I think Jason Knopf has something to do with sperm donor. I think he has something to do with scammy. I do. I think he's the ringleader and all that. I do. So we'll see. But in regards to this slide right here, okay. I don't know how many of you guys are on Twitter. I don't think that many of you guys are on Twitter in the chat. But this person right here, and I don't know who she is. I probably should look her up. I know she's a reporter. Okay. I think she's an international reporter. I don't think she's a royal reporter or anything like that. I think she's an international global reporter. Okay. And this is what she posts on Twitter. It started off with Emma Kennedy. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she's a journalist. She had made some posts on Twitter saying, stuff like, um, they all know that KP was leaking, okay, and briefing against Megan. So this reporter right here, and she's not a royal reporter or anything like that. She posts on Twitter, it is no secret. Her name is Catherine Phillip. Okay, Catherine Phillip. And she posts on Twitter, it is no secret that certain courtiers briefed against Meghan and Harry, and it is no secret who they were representing. Everyone in the press knew. So I fully expect all that to be in their Netflix documentary. Hmm. Okay. Catherine Phillip. She's an international global reporter. Okay. She posts this with her whole chest. Now, I don't mind her coming out and posting this, but there's a part of me that's like, well, where were you 4 or 5 years ago? Right? Where were you 3 years ago? Like, really? Where were you? Where were you last year? Why are you just dropping it now? But somebody was telling me that there's like this, like this exclusive club when it comes to reporters. It's kind of like the same thing when it comes to police officers, right? Like you don't rat each other out, right? And somebody was saying it's kind of the same thing when it comes to reporters and journalism and all that. But okay, so Catherine Phillip, I'm looking at her Twitter page. She's a longtime foreign correspondent. Times of London, Baghdad, Jerusalem, Beirut, Delhi. So she's all over the place. Washington D.C. So she's a foreign correspondent. She's a foreign reporter that's all over the globe. Okay, so she drops this tidbit. Okay, interesting. And then she posts this on Twitter. And she says the Megan is a bully story straight from KP. Carefully timed. Every bad Megan story ever leaked came from KP. Making Kate cry. KP. Etc. Etc. Don't be naive here. You don't have to have a side to see what's been going on. Wow. Okay. Now we've all known and been knew that KP, Kingston Palace, has been briefing and leaking against Meghan and Harry. We all know that. Okay. We've been knew that. And that's why I go back to why during episodes 1 and 3, Meghan and Harry have let it be known and they're setting the infrastructure for the comms team of KP. Okay. They're setting that infrastructure up so people can connect the dots for episodes 4, 5, and 6. We all know episodes 4, 5, and 6. We all know. We all know this. I know that you know that I know that you know. They are going to talk about that lawsuit against the Daily Fail. And I know that you know that I know that you know that I know, because I know that I know that Jason Knopf presented evidence against Megan. And I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you definitely know with your whole brain, body, heart, and soul that Jason Knopf would have never done that unless he got the okay from Prince William. And I'm going to say his whole name. And I will repeat it again. Jason Knopf would have never presented evidence against Megan if he did not get the okay from Prince William. Remember now that lawsuit. Remember the lawsuit. Remember the lawsuit. First, the story was that the fabulous, what I like to call Lynch Mob 4, was going to testify, right? Remember that? They weren't picking sides. They weren't picking sides. No. They weren't picking sides. They just wanted to tell the whole story. They just felt that the whole story needed to be told. That Megan didn't write the letter by herself. Okay, that she had help. Okay. And we just want the public to know how things work. Remember that? Then when they really knew that they were going to lose the case. Well, I think they've known all along that they were going to lose the case, but when the Daily Fail really knew that they're going to lose the case. I mean, they knew they were going to lose the case. That's when they decided to release the dagger. And that was Jason Knopf by himself presenting text messages and emails. Emails that are the property of Kingston Palace. Those emails were property of Kingston Palace. Okay? The text messages were too. And then that bitch didn't release the whole context of the text messages, right? He nitpicked which text messages to release to the court. And Megan was like, "Oh, no, 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 sweetie. No, 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 baby. No, 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 baby. I'm going to go ahead and present the court all of the text messages that you and I exchanged. Okay, baby? Okay." Whew, it's getting late. But this right here, when you have other reporters that have no dog in the fight, because I think she said it too. This reporter said, "I have no dog in this fight. Like, I'm not a royal quote unquote reporter." She was like, "I don't do royal." She was like, "But it was well known among reporters that Kingston Palace was briefing against Harry and Meghan." Okay. So, Catherine Phillip. Interesting. All right. So, the docu-series, we got what? Next Thursday? Right? We got next Thursday, right? So, whew, they're doing this. What's the word I'm looking for? The way that they're laying out this docu series, I think it's perfect. They're starting off right with the love story. Okay, they dropped a bomb or two, but nothing really against the royals. Okay, so it's like they're starting off kind of slow, but I think episodes 4, 5, and 6 are going to be explosive. But not explosive the way we think it's going to be explosive. I think it's just going to be explosive, but they're not going to name names. But the evidence is going to be so obvious that Prince William was briefing against Harry and Meghan. They're not going to have to name no names because the evidence will be obvious, is what I'm saying. Okay. They're not going to name any names, but the evidence will be obvious that it was the comms team from Kingston Palace that was briefing, leaking, and planning stories against Harry and Meghan. And I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. But I will say though, I'm going to say this, okay? I do hope that this docuseries that they do end it on a very positive note. I do hope that they highlight in great detail all of the wonderful things that the Archwell Foundation has done and is doing right now. I do hope that it ends like that. You know what I'm saying? I do hope that it ends on a positive note. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and look in the chat real quick. Yes, Adrian, I agree. Adrian says, "Can't wait for that Jason Love karma. It's coming. It's coming because like I said, they've mentioned him a couple of times already. Those mentions are intentional and purposeful. Okay, you think so? So Paul says, I think the docuseries will be nominated for an Oscar and Golden Globes this year coming up. Who knows? I think it's very well directed and very well produced. I will say that now. But the director, it's Liz Garbus. She is an award-winning docu-series director. She's won awards for other docu-series that she has done. So I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Let's just read some of these comments. All right. Uh, let's see. Sheila says KP was the worst, but Charles Edward Young and BP and his wife and Clarence House staff also leaked, as did other relatives. Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, I don't think it was Kingston Palace by themselves. Now, no, no. I think Clarence House was doing some briefing too as well, um, because they always have. Prince Charles has always briefed or leaked against his sons. Always. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. He's done it, but I think Kingston Palace, I think that the ringleaders and they were just jealous. I think they were just so jealous because Harry and Meghan were more popular than they were. And Meghan was running circles around Mumbles. You know, she just was. And they couldn't take it. They can't have the spare and his wife, who was a biracial black American woman, be more popular than the heir. That just can't happen. No, 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 no. That can't happen. That's out of order. That's out of bounds when it comes to a hierarchy system. You can't have that. You can't have that. A spare and his biracial American wife be more popular than the future and his wife. That no. That's out of bounds. But they can't function like that. Another thing I wanted to say about this docuseries, there was a lot of cultural differences. There was. There was a lot of cultural differences, a lot of Megan was killing me when she said that she met them airheads and she had on ripped jeans and she was barefooted and she gave Kate a hug and you know, obviously Mister was awkward for Kate. I guess Kate's not used to getting hugs. I'm just like, huh? Kate's not used to getting hugs? Like, why would it be awkward? But Megan sensed it was awkward for Kate, right? So, um, and I'm American as apple pie, and a lot of the listeners here at Megan Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast are Americans. and of course our Canadian brothers and sisters, North American. Um, but you guys are, oh, my bad. I can't count you guys. So I'm just gonna, because you guys are a Commonwealth country, and King Charles is your head of state. So you guys are used to bowing. So never mind. Um, so I'll focus on America. I totally understood where Megan was coming from when they told her that she needed to curtsy the queen the first time they met. I would have been like, huh? I gotta curtsy your grandma? I would have felt the same way too. I'd have been like, oh, okay. Does because my thought is I would think during family time, that she doesn't have her queen hat on and she's just being grandma, right? She's just being grand. So I would have been thrown off if I was told I have to curtsy her. I would have been like, really? Because that's the American prism, right? That's our American upbringing, right? We don't curtsy here. So I totally got what she said. So I guess what I'm saying is it, you know, there was huge cultural differences, but the racism took it way over the top, right? The racism took it way over the top. I was trying to think what would be similar for an American, and I was thinking maybe the military. Like I have an uncle who's a retired colonel, right? And I know my cousins. They had to call him sir. They didn't call him dad. They called him sir, right? They always had to say yes, sir. So it's kind of, I guess that kind of like would be the same thing, in a way. It's like, dude, like when you walk through the door, you don't take your colonel hat off, right? But anyway, moving on. Um, See these beautiful pictures here. So anyway, back to the docu-series real quick before I start on this. Um, can't wait for episodes 4, 5, and 6. Um, hold on to your seats. I definitely do feel like that it's it's like a let me put it to you this way, right? It's like episodes 1, 2, and 3 were like foreplay. Okay. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 were like foreplay. Okay. 4, 5, and 6 is going to be climatic. And I'm going with that and I'm sticking to it. All right. These beautiful pictures right here, I'm going to talk real briefly because it is late, guys. Um, you guys, I'm pretty sure, saw the pictures of the Ripple of Hope Awards ceremony that Harry and Meghan went to in New York City. Um, I don't know what it is about Harry and Meghan, but those two can definitely take some iconic pictures. Now, this dress right here, I believe, was Valentino. Meghan looked fabulous. I love the slit in the front. Prince Harry being a gentleman with an umbrella because it was raining in New York. Um, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I love the fact that she wore her hair up because that was the best hairstyle for that dress, that off the shoulder dress. To me, to me, when you're wearing an off the shoulder dress, that your hair should be up because it really showcases the dress, right? It really highlights the dress. So, beautiful. And that is Harry and Meghan with Carrie Kennedy and her daughters. Okay. And I was like, ooh, Miss Carrie, baby, showing some leg. Was it Louis Vuitton? Okay. Thank you guys. That's why I always go back and forth with the chats because I may be saying some incorrect information. So the dress that Megan had on was Louis Vuitton. Well, that's woo. That is awesome. Louis Vuitton. Um, I wonder, did she have a purse? Let me go back to the. She did. I wonder what the. Well, she had a hand purse. So I wonder what the hand purse was. But anyway, um, I was just commenting on Carrie Kennedy. I'm like, you go, Miss Carrie Kennedy. She had some leg. She was showing some leg now. All right, and then my goodness, I mean, they were like double winners, weren't they? Double winners. Okay, they get the Ripple of Hope award, and then Archetypes wins Pop Podcast of 2022. So congratulations to Archetypes. Congratulations. I mean, that is awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So congratulations to Archetypes and congratulations to that team. I think I've mentioned it quite a few times that Archetypes is an well produced and excellent produced podcast. So um, to be honest, I was kind of surprised that it won. I was. So I think that's awesome. I mean, it's the first year that it's been out. So good things to come, and I can't wait for the second um, series of archetypes. It'll be interesting to see what they do, right? Are they going to do something a little different? You know, I would like to see Megan interview um, more non-celebrities, right? I mean, I know you need celebrities to attract people, but I think that Megan has built um, enough fan base in regards to archetypes to really start interviewing like more common folk who are doing extraordinary things that are uplifting women or common folk, common women who have done extraordinary things um, in regards to women's rights, et cetera, or the type of archetypes that they face, but they didn't let that hold them back. They were still able to accomplish whatever it is that they want to accomplish. But you know what would be awesome though? Boy, if Megan was able to interview Brittany, the basketball player that was just released from prison in Russia. Whoo! If Megan was able to interview her, that would be a coup. That would be a coup. Man. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know, Black Queen. Black Queen says Netflix need to put Pearl back into production. Little black girls need all the positive reinforcements they can get. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, I don't think Megan's let Pearl go. Yeah, that's a little setback. It happens in life, but I don't think she's let Pearl go though. Mm-mm. All that work, nah. It's on the back burner for now, but I think Pearl will. I think it will emerge. I do. All right, guys. Well, we have come to an end to this podcast. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We covered a lot. We did. We did. We did. We did. Um, Again, my thoughts on the Meghan and Harry docuseries, episodes 1, 2, and 3. Uh, you know, it was foreplay. I think those episodes were foreplay. And I think episodes 4, 5, and 6 are going to be climatic. I do. And like I said, I do hope that they highlight Archwell and they talk about the many wonderful things that Archwell has done and the things that Archwell is working on right now. You know, Meghan and Harry, the future. So that's what I hope for the docuseries. Again, I'm so glad that they did it. I mean, you're talking about 2.4 million people watched the docuseries, and I'm pretty sure that there's more people that are watching it. And it was a great idea for Harry and Meghan. It really was. You know, the noise was always that they were doing a reality TV show for not for Doc. They were doing a reality TV show for Netflix, and that's not what they did. They did a docu series for Netflix, which is awesome. So when it comes to the docu series so far, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. I thought it was great. I thought it was perfect. Um so guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because it's late. I hope you guys enjoyed this live podcast of Success Talk. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you are not a subscriber on Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast, go on ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. And we are on Apple and Spotify podcast. So if you do not want to follow us on YouTube, you can definitely follow us on one of those social media platforms. Um, our stats show that a lot of people follow us on Apple Podcast. So yes, we are on Apple Podcasts. So we're going to go ahead and end this. I appreciate you guys being in the live chat and leaving your comments. I'm going to go ahead and look at them real quick. You think so? So Man May says the 2.4 were in the UK only, something like 20 million worldwide. Is that true? I don't know. I could be wrong. That's crazy. 2.4 people in the UK watched it. They there's something unnatural about that whole thing. I don't see how you can hate, like, claim you hate somebody and then sit down and watch them for 3 hours. That's unnatural. That don't even make sense. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to look it up on the internet real quick to see what the ratings were. I know that it hit that it's number one. It's number one in the United States and it's number one in the UK, which is again unnatural. Oh, when you type that stuff in, all that comes up is the UK. That is so weird. You know what? I think you're right. I'm giving y'all wrong information. Yeah, I think you are right, Man May. Well, I was giving y'all wrong information. So the 2.4 views for the first day on Netflix Ugh, it's not clear. Okay, here we go. So you know what? You looks like you're right, man, mate. It looks like the 2.4 million views were in the UK only. It doesn't say worldwide. My God. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to research that. But according the what I'm reading right now, and I'm pretty sure Netflix will release what the ratings were worldwide. I would love to know what the ratings were in the United States. Let's see. I said I was gonna let you guys go. I'm still talking. Well, it looks like the 2.4 million views really are just pertaining to the UK. Wow. Well, I'm gonna get more information on that, guys. Um, because if that's true, then it would be interesting to know what the ratings were worldwide. So you're probably right, Man May. Is that how you say your username? Man May. So the 2.4 million was pertaining to the UK only. That is crazy. So we'll find out what the stats were globally. So it looks like it's true. So throughout the podcast, I was saying 2.4 million people and counting, but that appears to be only related to the UK. What is wrong with the UK? How y'all claim y'all hate these people, but you watching them for 3 hours? That is crazy. But anyway, thanks for the information, Man May. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the information. And we'll find out what the global ratings for the docuseries were. But one thing I do know is that um it 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 is number one in the United States and it's number one in the UK. So what a lot of the hating hating hyenas are doing is that they're going on Netflix in the comments and they're leaving horrible, horrific comments and they're hitting the 1 star. Okay, that's what they're doing. So that's their protocol and that's what they do. I really honestly don't care about stuff like that because what Netflix is doing is they're looking at the ratings. Okay. But again, thanks for the info. Does look like that the 2.4 million was in pertaining to the UK only. So globally, yeah, it probably was 20 million people that viewed it, that streamed it, and that's why it's number one. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense. All right. Emmy girl, thank you for the donation. We appreciate it here at Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this podcast like I said I was before. I appreciate you guys listening. Again, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Apple and Spotify podcasts. If you haven't seen the Meghan and Harry docuseries, go ahead and watch it. But I know you have already. And if you have, go ahead and watch it again and again and again and again because it's that damn good. All right. All right. So let's go ahead. And what do we say? What? No bad energy, right? No bad energy. Don't forget to feed the chickens. Hydrate. It would have been awesome if we heard Archie say hydrate, right? Hydrate. Don't forget to hydrate. All right, guys. We're going to get ready. All right. And we're going to say our rebel yell. We're going to say our rebel yell because we got to wear that SS on our chest, don't we? So, you guys ready? You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Continue to wear the SS on your chest because you know that we are the best squatties because we are. We are the best. All right, guys. Seriously, you guys stay safe. Have a nice weekend. And I will see you soon. Good night, guys.